What's going on, everyone? We're bringing back the setting up my camera as I start stream tradition. We gotta get the Steam page ready. That's gonna be that's the plan today. Did I increment the Scalemarch day? What day we're on in the title? Hold on, I think I did. Let me double check, because if I mess up the count once, it's gonna like mess up everything after this. So I might have already messed it up before, but yeah, maybe I didn't. Who knows? So yeah, I still have written down the things I have to work on today. We have to work. This is a collective process. You're involved in this too. I'm bringing you into this process. Oh my god. Okay. My cord almost got trapped under my chair again. That time it was a false alarm. It was like kind of trapped, but not really. It got hooked on like one of the parts above where the wheel is, and I was able to just like unhook it without having to like flip my chair, like do a 360 flip with my fucking chair. Let me run the ad break. Okay. What are we doing? We gotta replace buttons with command prompt and add number to font, and there's probably some other things I want to think of. We'll add numbers to the font. Let's start with the command prompt, because I tried doing that once before and it didn't work. It was pretty messed up, so yeah, I'll try doing that now. I'm gonna need some sort of command system, though. Some sort of very basic parsing code for that. But it would be good to get a command prompt going. That would help with testing, I feel. So we're gonna have to think about this a little bit. This overlay. What is overlay for? Should I put it in control or should I put it in overlay? It probably doesn't matter too much. I'll put it in canvas. And we'll make this... How do we want to arrange this? We'll have a VBox container. VBox! And that will go across the entire screen. And for the first child node of that, we're going to have rich text label. Can we give it like a minimum size? That'd be nice. Anyways, the second child is going to be, what is it? Text edit? And I'm going to call this console. So yeah, I would like to give this a minimum size, if possible. What is this? Fit content? I don't know. I don't know what these things do. Oh, okay. And then for text edit, I should just be able to apply a minimum size, right? I don't know. Pretty sure there's a way to, yeah, okay. So we'll have this sort of setup going on. And we might want to put this into another panel. Probably do want to do that. We'll call this console. And then we'll just rename this to bbox container. Okay, maximum size. And then, like, make the color more reasonable. Although I don't know if the text is going to be black or white. Also, this is going off the screen a little bit. Okay, that fixed it. Yeah, that's like barely visible. Then you can't see the text edit very well. Let me just see what this looks like. Okay, so the text is white. Can I adjust the alignment or anything? Maybe that's something in the theme. This will work though. Although I don't see like any theme overrides or anything like that. Anyways, let's make a new action. Input action. Input whatever it's called. We're gonna call this toggle or toggle console. Add that. And I don't know what's a console key, F3, F4, F1, F2. I'm gonna go with F4. Seems correct. Although I mean it probably depends a little bit on, you know, if I was making a larger game, what other, you know, debugging things I might have going on with the other F keys, but we'll just do F4. Keep some sort of consistency. Okay, and then can we connect that somehow? Also, do we want to write it in Canvas or do we want to write it in console? I feel like we should probably write it in Canvas or console and not just start throwing everything into Canvas. So, I'm going to attach a script. I can call it console. That's fine. And it should be a node, so we should have access to all that stuff. Don't we have like an input function we can use? Yeah. If event.action is action toggle console, then visible equals not visible. And we can put all of the necessary stuff in here. And because we've designed it in a way where we can access pretty much anything using our singletons, this can work. It feels like it's too good to be true with, you know, how easy it is to just access everything through the game or game data or game or whichever one. But it works really well. And I don't think it has any major performance costs, so, you know, I'm gonna do it. Maybe it's just a good design. Perhaps. I'm the first developer to use singletons. And I'm also going to turn it off by default. So basically we can replace these buttons with different commands. which will be fun. I think it'll be a fun thing to implement for sure. Oh, maybe we want to like a code edit. Ooh. Or something to give us autocomplete. I don't know. Can we have a one-line code edit, please? How much stuff does it come with? Maybe. If we're gonna do something like that, we should probably do it now. Is there a minimum size somewhere? Shit. Okay. So it doesn't look like it comes with a lot of bloat or anything like that. In fact, it looks exactly the same as the text edit. Maybe I will just use this. And then what like settings do we have here? Gutters. Does this change the look of things? And here is all of the code edit related settings, so what if I just turn everything on? Okay. Is it supposed to be like numbering anything? Code completion. That might be what we're looking for. Oh well, we might as well start making this in a way where we can use code edit. Because it should come with some of those extra handy features. Alright, let me just make sure our F4 key is working to toggle it. I don't know why, I forget why it didn't work last time. Okay. So technically this is working, I think. But we have to check if the action is like beginning. Is action pressed? Or I guess we do this. This might also check if it's like held down the way we currently have it. So when we initially press it, when we're holding it down, it'll keep sending repeating signals, and then when we release, which might explain the flickering, but it also could be something to do with how our mouse is moving over it. I don't know. Doesn't matter. New game. There we go. Now we can toggle this. It looks like there are line numbers. Whoa, I can add breakpoints to my console command. That's cool. Hopefully I can disable that somehow. Interesting. Okay. Why was I not seeing that over here? Oh, I am seeing it. I saw that before, but for some reason my brain thought it was just some part of the background or something. Well, is that part of the gutters then? Oh, okay. I see. All right, the real question is what kind of signals can we use here? That should automatically give us the type, right? Okay, what is all this other stuff? What is line folding? Is that when you like click the little arrow thing and then it hides the line? I don't think. No, that has to do with indentation, right? Symbol lookup on click. Interesting. Okay, what signals do we have? Let me get the documentation going. Code edit. Breakpoint toggled, code completion requested, symbol hovered, symbol lookup, symbol validate. Okay. All right. I don't see anything for a signal when like a new line is made. I guess we could just check here though. Else if event dot be rest. Hold on. Is input event key. Enter. Then we'll do something. Print yes. And then code edit. Or I guess we can clear what's in code edit. Because there might be some situations where like the input isn't transferred correctly, or it's like starts gaslighting us. So we'll have to test for that. Yeah, we'll just clear the text. Is that everything we need to do? Yes. Okay, so it creates a new line and then it quickly deletes everything. Okay. Maybe that'll work for now. Is there any other way we could create auto-completion? I turned draw line numbers off. Oh, we gotta save the node. Okay. The scene, I should say. Which is like a node saved as a resource. Well, a node saved as like a root node saved as a resource as its own, you know. It's an intuitive system. All right, so we kind of get the same thing with like the carrot. Is that what this is called? Um, that's probably fine for now. What is delimiters? Oh yeah, what is that again? Right, those are like comma or quotation marks and apostrophes, those sorts of things when you want to have different sections, like kind of like brackets, I guess. But you only have string and comment delimiters that you can specify, so I don't know. Also, I'm wondering how I should author the commands. I have an idea, I think. Doesn't have to be anything too fancy. Might have like 30 commands in the game by the end of it. How's this still working even though we have this broken line of code here? Maybe the carrot stuff is in here? Yeah. Type line blank. Um, is there any way I can toggle the ability to... Wait a minute, hold on. Can we also check text edit? Maybe. Maybe we could. Yeah. That might be better. I mean, we can also, what I'm saying is we can also look at the signals from text edit. I forgot inheritance was the thing. Whoops. All right, so caret changed. Wait, this is text edit. Okay. Caret changed, gutter added, gutter clicked, gutter removed, lines edited from, text changed. I think I'll look at text changed. I don't know, this could be like worse. We'll see. Code edit, text changed, dot connect, function on text changed. And then we'll say if code edit dot text dot contains dot has. How do strings work again? I'm gonna say contains. Hold on. Can we do this? Nice. Okay, so if it contains, what is the escape thing for new line? Is it \n? Sudo new line character, or is it like escape sequence? What is it? Is it \n? What? What a surprise. That would be a... Well, I could use it as either a character or a string, right? I can use strings in characters. I can have a single character string. So then we'll say code edit dot text equals nothing. And then just, you know, to get it out of the way, we're going to say input equals code edit dot text dot split /n 0. Okay. So now anytime we add a new line, it's going to do this. But also, I should be careful and make sure I'm not creating an infinite loop here. So there's two signals I can see. There's text changed and text set, and text set says emitted when clear is called or text is set. So I might be good to just set this, even though, you know, that would also technically be changing it. Well, no, it would technically not be changing it. But maybe it'll still create an infinite loop, I'm not sure. Only one way to know for certain. Seems fine. And it seems a little more responsive now, so that's cool. Wow. Cool stuff. Alright, now we gotta start creating like a syntax. We just do the Minecraft strategy with slashes. I don't see why not. But at the same time, with Minecraft, when you're entering the commands, it also doubles as like a chat box. So slash is what like separates a normal chat from like a command chat. So that might not be necessary here. But it feels more intuitive to me to do it that way for some reason. But I don't think we should. I don't think it makes sense. But it's weird. It's like my brain would almost prefer to do like slash TP than just type in TP. It's so... I've played so much... I've put in so many Minecraft commands. Basically what I'm saying is... I'm a hardcore gamer in Minecraft. A hacker, you could say. Alright? I do slash give at S Minecraft underscore diamond 1 million. I put I hold down the 0 key until the rest of the line is filled with numbers, and then I press enter and I win the game. That's how it works. And that should be our input thing that we can use. Okay, so this is working pretty well. Also, I kind of want to go to the caret here and turn blinking on. Yes. I like the effect that would have. I feel like it's needed. So yeah, we won't worry about slashes here. And we're gonna need something to... Now we're gonna need like a very simple parser. Can we use a state machine for that? Don't we have like a state machine thing somewhere we can use? Yeah, we do. Create state. On enter, on exit, on process. Set state. Okay. On process. Can we manually call process? We might be able to do something here then. But there's so many ways we could do this. Because, I mean, at some point we might want, like, arguments or something. Just the whole point here. All right, I think I have something in mind. We're gonna have an inner class here. We're gonna call this command. We're gonna have a variable to keep track of the name. We're gonna have an array of argument types. And do we want to have any like functionality in this? Not yet, I don't think. All right, then we'll have a dictionary. Because we're not in 4.4, we can't type the dictionary, unfortunately. That's how you do an array, right? An array literal, I think. Oh, and then we might want to attach some, like callbacks to this, for sure. Yeah, see that argument types, those argument types. Return command. And then how do we want to do this? I think we could use a callable. Or we could use a signal and then connect that. I think we'll go with the callable. It's just like if I set dragon in the callable, it's not going to be getting the dragon at that point and then calling the function later with like some sort of weird memory copy of the old dragon, right? Yeah, I think it should be fine. We might even be able to add that into here. Although I think I'll hold off. Yeah. Here we'll create a function to execute the command. We'll say commands name dot on execute dot call. Oh, but then we need like arguments. Oh my god. No. How would we do that? Also, should we give the arguments names? We probably should. Shoot. Okay. I feel like there should be a better way to do this. I could do something like with what Godot does with like the type hint strings or whatever, and like just cram it all into a single string. I could also make a separate function in the command to add an argument, but then I'd have to call those all on separate lines, which could get annoying. Ideally, I could have them both in the same array, both the type and the name. So I could use a dictionary for that, but then it won't like have the type specification or whatever. Yeah, that really isn't ideal. I guess we'll do it though. Again, the only other thing I could do is like a dictionary. Okay, you know what? Let's do that. Even though I can't type the dictionaries, I feel like it would still be a little bit better. Oh, is that going to be ordered though? Jeez, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Fine. We'll use a function. Okay. So now we have execute command. This should still work, but we have to get the arguments again somehow. So, hmm. Okay, let me look at code edit for a second. Minimap. Probably don't need that. Yeah, code completion. Is that what it is? Prefixes. Sets prefixes that will trigger code completion. What is code completion? Is it autocomplete? I mean, not sure. Yeah, let me look at code edit again. Sets prefixes that will trigger code completion. Code completion requested. I thought this would just give like a range of options. Prefixes. Gitto code edit code completion. What is that? Hold on. Oh, what the hell? Really? Okay. Well, I guess we can do that. So yeah, enable code completion. We'll have a function here, initialize commands. Call that function. Then once we create all of our commands in this function, then we can say for command. Yeah, for command in commands dot keys. Then we have to like do something here. How do we want the prefixes to work? I think just whatever the first letter, like assuming it's like we type in B and then options come up. But then do we also need like, if we have a command that's like start, are we going to need S, ST, STA, and so on? Like, are we going to need all of those? I think for now, just to test it, I'm going to add code edit dot prefixes dot append. It's an array of strings. Okay, append command 0, and then fix this to be better. Wait, no, fix this to allow more prefixes and handle conflicts. So like we add 2 of the same prefix. If 2 of our commands begin with the same letter or more. Right, and then we need something to actually handle the completion. Code completion. Do we have to add those, like, as the callback is happening? Submits an item to the queue of potential candidates for the autocomplete menu. Call update code completion options to update the list. So confused. I don't understand. Prefixes. So that's prefixes that will trigger code completion. Code request code completion. Update code completion options. Sure, Reddit, save me. Please. Okay, so you have to do it every time you get the callback, but then again, what does the prefix do? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep the prefixes I have. Code completion requested dot connect function on code completion requested. Right? But then that probably has some arguments in it. Okay, never mind. For each in function names. All right, well, let me just do this. For command in commands.keys. Again, I'm very confused how this is supposed to work. Code edit dot add code completion option. This is going to be, we'll just say function. Display text, command, insert text? I don't know. Display text, insert text. Oh, I see. Okay. Text color. So this is just what gets inserted. So these can be the same. Maybe we can do something more fancy with the display text at some point. And then we have to update the code completion options. Like, hopefully this works. And we'll add a test command. So in initialize commands, we'll say create command start. And I guess for testing purposes, we'll have a couple more here. Die. We have die, we have start. Okay, well, that's probably fine. I am gonna have to type start though. Every time we want to start, so I'll have to fix that at some point. All right, well, I'll be surprised if the autocomplete works. So if I'm implementing this correctly, when I press S, When I type in S, it's going to detect that as a prefix and then request autocomplete and then add that option in that instance of the autocomplete. So okay. Let me test it in GDScript so I can actually know if there's any errors or anything like that. What is that? Draw executing line? Not sure what that's for. Delimiters. Oh, wait. I forgot. We have a tool to let's deal with these annoying loading times. We have a tool, okay? Bardic Inspiration. Where the hell is my guitar pick? By the time I find it, it's gonna okay, well there it is. I was wrong. Okay. Back to the real stream. Here we go. Okay, can I spontaneously make the world's greatest chord arpeggiation? What's up, Azura? Welcome. Is it gonna do anything? Hold on. No! Oh my goodness. It's not working. Unfortunate. This is so sad. Don't tell Nugget I'm here. I'm supposed to be watching his videos. I don't even know who Nugget is, so that might be impossible. You're talking about maybe you're talking about Dino. I don't know. Are we getting any errors? Dang. Is it adding the commands? Create command. C equals command. Oh, I see. Commands dot append. Okay, commands name equals C. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Nickname, yeah. That is a good nickname. Is this gonna run? It keeps interrupting my guitar playing. The hell? Also, it still doesn't work. Why? Where is the autocomplete? Do I need prefixes? Don't understand. Dialogue. Code completion requested. Request code completion. Add code completion options. Update code completion options. Is there any situation where I wouldn't have to update it? Okay. Well, I could do that. Earlier, I spilled orange juice all over me. Unfortunate. I hope it was not like the whole container, so you at least were able to salvage something, because that would suck. Because then it's like, well, do I go get another orange juice? Like, is that going to be wasteful? What do I do? No, I can't remember the last time I completely spilled a drink. I feel like my brain is just maybe like 10% of my neurons are just allocated to like avoiding those sorts of things, those domestic problems. Like I can't remember the last time I fully tripped and fell or like spilled a drink. Sometimes I'll spill like a little bit, you know, especially if I'm like walking with like a cup or something like that, but yeah, it's been a while. Okay, well, since this is apparently lame, and was kind of confusing to me to begin with, we're going to have to request code completion in another way. We are connecting this. That's good to know. Um, yes, and then here we can say else, uh, code edit, request code completion. I don't know if I need to use force or not. I don't understand what that means. I mean, I want it to work in every situation. I didn't want whelp, lay sigh, and stared at it for like 30 seconds. Yeah, just contemplation. What the hell? Oh my god. Do I need to test in here again? Okay, we're gonna run through here, which means I have some time to play the guitar. This is my life now, and then I was all sticky with orange juice. Yeah, I mean there is that. You do have like that phase of realizing and accepting what has happened. Yeah, guitar time. Exactly. And it can feel cataclysmic, you know? Even if you spill it and then like, somewhere in your mind you're like, "Hey, it's not the end of the world." At the same time, it's like, "Oh my god, this sucks. This is awful." So, I gotta like practice more things. I can't even remember the Outer Wilds way, the way to do the Outer Wilds. I don't know if I should do a slide there or not. Probably not. No, that's too much. That's way too much, dude. Come on. How long have you been playing guitar for? Like, maybe a little over a year? Whoa, it didn't work. Oh my god. Insane. Insane. Do not force. I don't understand. What does force mean? What the hell are you talking about? We'll try to force the autocomplete menu to pop up if force is true. Uh, yes. No? We're gonna keep that false. Run it through here again. Alright, I'm never playing that song again. Best viewers on Boost. Whoa, oh my god. You know what's crazy about that? Yeah, band. Yeah, that's what's crazy about that. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was pretty beautiful. Almost as beautiful, in my opinion, as the Disco Elysium. I guess there's no specific name for it, but it was in one of the songs. The cryptozoologists and also La Revacholière, however the hell you pronounce it. I can't pronounce those advanced words. But I like it. I like this one. Also, it's difficult for me to play, so I'm probably gonna mess it up. And I'm probably not even playing it. I probably don't even have the notes right to begin with. Whoa, look at that! Now we have autocomplete. Nice. So can I tab? Whoa. That's cool. Okay. And now we can also do that for, like, different arguments, perhaps? We'll see. We'll see. Should be good enough for now, though. I'm drinking the Midnight Gatorade, or whatever, and it stained my teeth blue. These modern-day beverages and food items with their food dye, it does insane stuff to our teeth. You might have superpowers pretty soon. No, I mean, these things happen. Yeah, I suppose we just have to parse the text at that point. So, you have execute command. I guess we'll need another step in between these now. Yeah. So function parse command text. Or how about input? How about I? This should be pretty concise. We could just have one giant function for this, I suppose. Also, can I add colored text into the rich text label? I don't know. Help me, I don't know what Dino is doing, he's scaring me. Ask Dino what he's doing. There, that's my assistance. It's the assistance I'm providing. Wait. There we go. Okay, now we parse the command somehow. We can just use spaces to split this. Or can we, like, remove them all? I don't know. Not sure. For now we'll just split using spaces. Allow empty? What does that mean? What does that qualify as? We're gonna say no. And then we'll say var command equals commands split 0. No, we need to get the arguments. Shoot. And do we want to parse them into their necessary, like, types? Or, like, what do we want to do? Can I do, like, int Okay, you can do it from a string. Okay. Here, let's create how does call work again? Call v. How about callable.new? Oh my god. This argument. Callable.new. Maybe not. Callable. Okay, and then call. There's call with that, and then there's an array of arguments. Okay, so we want to use call v, and then we'll have our array here, which I guess we could do array of variants, but it's probably not necessary. Well, then this just becomes a very simple function. I might get rid of it, but we'll see. Expected parameter name. Of course. So now we have to get the command. And I am going to cast it here. Split.remove at 0. And then we'll say for args in, or how about string args in split. Should be all we need. And then, okay, for argument index in split.size, var string argument equals split argument index. What the hell? Right. Match command argument types. Argument I. Type in, and we'll just start adding the types like this. In fact, I wonder if there's a way, like variant. I don't know if there's a way to like convert it. We could convert them in the functions, but that's kind of cheating. So, but it would also allow some sort of like standardization. No, we could type them in the actual function if we do it this way. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. And we'll just make like one example case. So, var arguments array. And then for this, we can just say arguments dot append string argument as an integer. We might need error support as well. Wrap. This is like a whole small system. Yeah, at this point, we could probably just use this. Command.onExecute.all the arguments. Identifier arguments, okay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna create some test things here. Print started. Die did. Okay, let's run. Dino's hiring me as his editor for Soda Tabs. Soda Tabs, I don't know what that's referring to. If that's like some sort of news publication you all are starting, but I like that name. Or if that's the name of a game. It's a good it has a good has a good vibe to it. Okay, is there anything else that I can do that isn't just me playing random chords? No. I love soda tabs and make them into necklaces. I see. As is editor for soda tabs. So what does it mean to be an editor in that process? Ooh, whoa, it's because I played it slower, it sounds nicer. Those are the rules. How it works. I know some fancier chords, I think. Doesn't sound as good there. No! Invalid access to property or key console on a base object of type dictionary. What? Name. Oh. What is in commands, by the way? Start and die. Okay. Oh, I should have checked split. Unfortunate. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to run this again and play the guitar some more. I can't do anything about that. What other techniques? Hold on. What can I do the whammy bar thing where like they hold the whammy bar with their picking hand and pick with the whammy? I don't know how it works exactly, but you gotta get the whammy bar very loose in order to use this strategy. Nice. Feels like I'm damaging the guitar by doing that, but you know. It's the whammy bar. It's allowed. It's cool. We have our autocomplete. Did it print? Yes. We have a command system now. Just like that wasn't. I'm getting pretty good at Godot programming, if I do say so myself. All right. Well, the ad break is about to start, so I'm gonna start that, and I'll be back in 3 minutes. And I have to get this thing off of me. But yeah, I'll be back in 3 minutes. back. Oh no. You can hear it. Hear the sound. Hold on. Hold on, it's gonna be worth it. That down. Turn this down. Still hear that. Okay. Might be good enough. I may or may not have plugged in my guitar to the distortion pedal. And I'm running it through the amp as, I don't even know, headphones? I'm running through the headphones output. Although the amp is really cool. I like the amp. Like an orange. The brand is called Orange, but I like it. It is good. It is good amp. Oh my god. Right, I forgot about that. Okay, I gotta fix. This is important. This is the real streaming content. It doesn't sound too loud though, which is nice. I gotta adjust these knobs. There's not much I can do about that, actually. Okay. Never mind. I don't know how sound works. Hold on. Why does it sound so, leady, or It sounds so, like there's so many higher frequencies in it. That doesn't sound bad, though. Even if it does sound like it's going through a telephone or something. Maybe that's just the way the amp does it. I don't know. With all the stuff I have going on. I mean, it'll suffice. Okay. This has now become a permanent installment in the stream. This is now a permanent. This is a stream character, okay? Friend of the stream guitar. What's up, Arctic? That's the thing that streamers say, right? Friend of stream? That's a thing. Hold on. Oh, I can also adjust the tone knobs. Right, that is... Speaking of things... Okay, hold on. Are we having guitar during every live? Yes, exactly. This has now become a guitar stream. What's up, Dino? Oh my god. Okay, my headphones are... You're not gonna believe it. They're trapped under the chair. This is insane. Never happened before. Unprecedented times. Oh my god. Okay, well now I have to, like... fucking unwind myself completely out of this chair. Okay, no, I was just able to, like, lock in. Okay. We're good. We're good. Dude, I don't even... Oh, well, now my hair is gonna get in my face. Damn it. Okay. Maybe for just a second. But it feels like it's not helping. Thank you, Dino. Thank you. Thank you. It is known I have the best hair out of all streamers with an average of 3 viewers. Rock your hair like those people in rock bands. Yeah. I mean, it adds to the dynamics. What can I say? What can I say? It's a bit of it's a personal project of mine. No, but honestly, I think any meta of hair can be done well. I think I just happen to have a meta of hair that happens to just look good when I don't worry about styling it and just let it grow out. Okay, but every meta has its own. It's like life is a sandbox video game. Okay, this is literally true. This is actually true. You can use the gravity gun from Gmod. Might be from Portal. I don't know. I'm showing my lack of culture. I'm gonna go over to Small Block Boy really quick. All right. Okay, well now I'm getting distracted, so we do need to move on. But I had an ingenious idea. The world's greatest idea. You're not gonna believe it. We go into the VBox container. Okay. And we'll keep the commands, but we're gonna add something else as well. Because it's gonna be helpful. And you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe what we're about to do. Okay, we're gonna take these buttons, right? We're gonna drag them in here. Insane thing to do. And now we can just have access to like quick buttons as well. More stream preparations, more Steam preparations. Yes, indeed. When I was looking through your old vids, I saw the first one and I was like, "Whoa, is this still PK?" Holy moly, that's baby PK. Yeah, I mean the camera. It was, I guess it was like 2 years ago now. I've been streaming for. I mean, it was in 2023, June 2023. I looked back at the date on the video. So I guess I've been doing this for over 2 years now. I'm kind of a streaming veteran, okay? Oh, it's so funny to think that I've been doing this for like kind of a long time now. A relative long time. Yeah. It's true. It's true what people say. I'm an underrated streamer. Okay, I'm 4,000,000%. I'm 4,762,482% underrated. Okay? Those are just the numbers. Those are just the facts. That's what the facts say. All right. This is an empirical measurement. God, there's so much you can do with this instrument. It's crazy. Hold on, I kind of want to do a thing here. What am I even trying to do? I make low-quality videos and definitely don't deserve 101 subs. On the other hand, you deserve more than 227 subs. I appreciate that, Zura. I think really, I've probably just neglected like the marketing side of doing the streaming stuff, or like the optimizing your content so that more people will click on it and watch it. But yeah, I'm trying to work towards that point, but it's not like it's been completely unsalvageable. This is the most progress I've ever made on any game I've ever worked on, so. Yeah, I stopped making shorts, Arctic, so the subscribers have stopped going up. But I have a plan. All right, I'm gonna start making shorts again. I gotta get the Steam page up, and then I'm gonna start making shorts specifically for the game. And welcome back, Dino. We're talking about how much streaming sucks. How we hate streaming. No, talking about channel growth and things like that. Hold on, Carmex. Carmex shout out. Not sponsored. That wasn't enough. What am I doing? Commit. He has a plan, like an evil mastermind, exactly, like an evil, non-evil, like kind of evil, but also not evil, but ultimately not evil. Like the cool part, the cool parts of being evil, which is none. There's nothing cool about that. You could make a Kickstarter, not gonna lie, then you short spread them. That's what I'm saying, Arctic. I gotta start like doing things. And I've been able to post since I broke my arm, which I have 3 weeks left until it's off. Well, you gotta now's your time, Dinah. You gotta start formulating ideas so that when your cast comes off, you make the world's greatest dinosaur YouTube short ever created. Like the aspects of being evil, but you're not actually exactly. Azura gets it exactly. Not that it's a competition or everyone else did not get it, which is I'm not trying to say that, but Azura is correct. I'll edit if you give me those soda types. Exactly. You guys have to collaborate. Exactly. So are these signals still connected? Because we're doing it through this menu, so I feel like it should. What if I make a YouTube vid of playing Jurassic World Evolution 2? You could. But then you'd have to do something, assuming you wanted to, like, have any sort of, like, if you wanted it to be algorithm optimized, you'd have to, like, add some spin on it or something. Yeah. I think your dinosaur infographic type video, that one you made about the Quetzalcoatlus. No, Quetzalcoatlus was really good. Oh my god. Who makes these words? Gotta go. I'm gonna go complain to John Dinosaur. Okay. What the hell? Why would you invent a word with so many syllables? I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm gonna pretty soon. I'm gonna know any dinosaur name ever. Exactly. Quotes of the year. Quetzalcoatlus. I think Albert Einstein said that or something. Don't think too much about it. Does this work? Hold on. I'm gonna run it through this so I can play my guitar more. Okay, I can't. I don't have enough speed to really optimize that. Maybe if I learn the tapping technique, or if I just time it extremely well. Maybe. Hold on. Now I'm cheating because I'm using slides. Yes, exactly. Super cool guitar intermission. Wait, hold on, stop. It's time for guitaring. Okay, that actually, I gotta... Because I'm using audio monitoring, so it's throwing me off. Shit! This is a guitar stream now. Oh my god. Ugh! Oh my god, this is terrible. Okay. It's a work in progress. Hopefully the amp made it sound somewhat cool. Oh god, I must warn you, Dino's setting up an evil plan. Like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Hopefully, I hope it's the cool kind of evil aesthetic. Only the good parts. I'm going to give you a description of a dino, and you did guess what it is. All right, Dino, I'm ready. What is the name of this Triceratops-shaped dinosaur? This large herbivorous. Okay. This large herbivorous dinosaur is known for its distinctive prominent horn on its nose. The this horn. Oh, I have to read. This horn could curve forward or backwards depending on the individual. It also possessed a large bony frill extending from the back of its skull, decorated with a series of small hornlets along the edge. In older individuals, the frill also had two large hooked horns that curved upwards. Its dinosaur was a quadruped, meaning it walked on four legs. It had a beak-like mouth and a dental battery of teeth designed for grinding and chewing through vegetation. Fossils suggest it was a social animal that likely lived in herds. Studies suggest that the frill and nasal horn were likely used for species recognition. Visual. I'm guessing Triceratops, because it's my favorite. Yeah, exactly. Azura. This is good. We're spicing it up. Alright, so the button still works. Cool. But this automatically starts it, so what the hell? Wait, maybe it didn't. I see. Yeah, I never clicked the start button. Centrosaurus, damn it. I should have paid more attention to the description. But it has the horn and the four legs, so that must mean it's a Triceratops. That's the only dinosaur with legs. Okay, so this is pretty good. This is pretty good, because now we can add other commands, but the common ones are still up here, so we can use them with comparable speed. Hold up, is this multiplayer? This is multiplayer? It is. I've added multiplayer support, but I haven't tested it in a while. I should do that at some point. Alright, so the next thing we have to do now is add numbers to the font. And then I think we will have done the bare minimum, at least on stream, to make a Steam page for this. Oh, I looked up dinosaurs that look like the Triceratops and picked a random one to trick you. Yeah, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I never would have guessed that, so. It was a clever tactic. And I feel like my knowledge on dinosaurs has improved. But yeah, we need to add numbers to the font now. So let me do that. Open in File Manager. Toolsets, font, Scalemarch sans. We're basically abandoning Scalemarch pseudosans, it would seem. If we make another row, then we're going to have to copy the guidelines again. I don't want to do that. Man, I forget what the size even is. Is it 48? One day you will learn from learning. You will learn from learn. You will learn from learn by learning from me. True. Honestly, though, I can totally see people playing this game together. If there are to be different players on a server that would be a different dragon variants, I feel like a yellow dragon would be pretty cool. Well, the color's actually going to be determined by the upgrades, so every player is going to have their own upgrade tree, so you could have synergies between, you could have two builds, and they could synergize, so that kind of adds a new aspect. And I think I also want to take the game in more of like a, or have some ideas on how I could elaborate upon like the sandbox kind of nature of the game. And I was thinking, I was playing RimWorld yesterday, and I was like, I got attacked. I was playing with mods, so I got attacked by like this troll, and I was like thinking to myself, it would be super helpful if I could like, because I was save scumming as you do. I was like, it would be super helpful if I could box this troll in and just build a wall around it really quickly. And then that thought translated into Scalemarch, and I was like, well, why can't there just be some sort of way or upgrade for the dragon to be able to place down blocks really quickly and like box enemies in that way? And then I thought, I took it one step further. I was like, why don't I integrate that into the chemistry engine? So like if you um use lava breath or something on some water, it could turn into like obsidian or something, and that would turn into a block, and you could do it that way, and that would sort of. And then we also have like the behaviors on the tiles with like the independent scripts, so that would also it would be able to integrate into the chemistry engine that way, and kind of taking like a more like particle simulation kind of approach to the game, but like sort of doubling down on the chemistry engine aspects of it. That could make the gameplay much more interesting, I think. What if there's obsidian breath? That's the thing. If I make it open ended and I allow it so you can convert any element into an attribute, conceptually that should be possible, obsidian breath. Although I don't know if I'm going to do it like that or not. I might have to rework the upgrade system a little bit. And I don't know how far I want to take it. Like if I want to have procedurally generated elements at that point. Probably not. I probably don't want to take it that far. Probably don't have to. But for the next project, might be more necessary. Quick question, how did you think of your internet name and your PFP? So the name is my middle and last initial put together. And the PFP, I just experimented with like I had like a vague idea of what I wanted to do. I wanted like I think I said a Rube Goldberg machine but futuristic. Um so I just whipped something quickly together in Blender, and that's what I got. Yeah, Arctic, you're basically reading my mind right now. All right, let me set this to 192. We'll add the numbers down here. I might not have a choice but to add them up here. Okay. What happened while I was gone? I did a quadruple backflip. No. Um, I got the buttons to work in the game, and now I'm stating that we must add numbers to the font, and then we should have the bare minimum we need to create a Steam page. And also, Dino did the game show. I don't know if you were there for that, but basically it was like a 1000 IQ Galaxy Brain play on his part to help me learn about new dinosaur types. And yeah, me and Arctic were talking about the game a little bit. I mentioned like I want to make it more. I want to double down on like some of the chemistry mechanics. Oh, you were there for the game show, the whole game show. And you should already be caught up on that. Okay, am I gonna need a reference font again? Dang it. No. I should have it bookmarked though, like properly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, how am I gonna make the number 0? What approximate time will this game be out? Ooh. Hopefully I can have something playable within the next 6 months, but I cannot say. I really can't say. Um, there's too many variables. But yeah, I mean, the progress is consistent, so hopefully not too long. Hopefully within 6 months to a year, there'll be something playable at least. How do I want to do the numbers here? I mean, I guess that's fine. The first thing that came to mind when you said first and last initial was Benjamin Fitzgerald Pincus from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. I mean, these themes do echo throughout the world. You know, it's not the only name you could apply that to, I'm sure. Spent so long typing that, worth it. If you could choose one, would you pick to go to the past or future? Uh, Probably the future. I want to see what the hell is gonna happen. Um, like I feel like I could go to the future and then we have history to learn about the past, so I can get like 40% of the past and 100% of the experience of the future. But then if I go to the past, well then I feel like I mean I kind of already know what to expect a little bit depending on which time I go to. But also I'm going to be missing out on knowing what's going to happen in the future, which is kind of, Dino one's okay. Well, with Dino, it's different because you go back. You want to go back so far where you might as well just be going to a completely new time. I mean, we know some things with like archaeology and stuff, but there's a lot less there. See, I would pick neither because you can't go back to the time you were. Well, if I can't go back to the time I was in, huh? I mean, part of this question depends on like your circumstances in life. If the implication is you can't go back to the time you're in, I would say, I mean, I'd have to think about it. Like, if I knew for a fact that things would be better in the future, then it would be pretty tempting. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to leave what we have going on here. I don't know. Yes. This is. I learned this term the other day. This is waxing philosophical, okay? And it's interesting because I've heard the term before, but I have no idea what it means. But then apparently when I looked it up, it's like the waxing and waning of a moon. So like waxing philosophical means the conversation is going towards becoming philosophical, like a moon becomes a full moon or a crescent moon, depending on the phase. Um, yes. I might as well be dust that traveled across the universe to see me find your live stream, drinking mushroom coffee and eating Reese's. I mean, you are that, and you are also much more. If we want to, try and analyze as many characteristics, as many truthful characteristics as possible here, like how many things, if we want to observe as many true things as possible here, then that is the conclusion we'd have to come to. My grandmother is taking me and Dino to the live action HTTYD movie. I'm not sure what movie that is. But I hope you have fun. Oh my god. No. Okay, how do we make the number 2? Someone please enlighten me. The answer, we use the letter Z. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Well, we have to erase this. Also, do I want to make the number this wide? Not sure. Maybe not. Hold on. Oh, this is going to take forever. Oh my god. How did I have the patience for this before? Am I doing this right? I think so. Oh, it's not going to be enough, though. Yeah, we might have to go with this. Yeah, let me do that. Erase this. And then it has to start, like, curving up. I don't know. I guess this could work, but then we're going to have to shorten the tail, which we kind of wanted in the first place, so. You know, this works. This is all part of the freaking hecking plan. Now I just have to hope I can get a brush stroke that looks good. I just realized you didn't know what HTTYD was. It's how to train. Oh, how to train your dragon. All right. I like the animated ones. It was a good movie. Well, good movies. They were good movies for sure. Might as well be. Oh, I already read that. This is not good. Hold on. We're gonna fix it. It's fine. I actually meant to make it look bad. Like, do we want to have consistent width throughout? I don't know, because if we don't do that, then we could be breaking the convention a little bit. Which I don't know if that's gonna, like, look good or not. Also, I have to bring this over. And change this, please. Okay, I think we could work with this. Perhaps? Ooh, I don't know. Not know about this one. Okay. Alright. I just remembered how I kept doing this to a friend. If they said something like, I'm eating banana, I'd go, banana as in tasty banana, as in good food, as in cream cheese, as in I like bagels aspect with cream cheese. That is a great conversational strategy, I must say. Can I do that? Is this allowed? I think that looks better, so I'm gonna stick with what I just did. Whatever it may be. Dino, I've actually started doing something similar when Redstone is in chat. Or I've wanted to try to start doing something similar where basically anytime he enters chat, I'll say something like, hey, you know what numbers reminds me of? Increments. You know what increments reminds me of? Grids. You know what grids remind me of? Blocks. You know what blocks remind me of? Bricks. You know what bricks reminds me of? Car bricks. I want to do that every time he enters the... I'm revealing the bit before it even really got going, but don't tell him I said that. It's a perfect 2. Yeah. The world's greatest 2. I could probably move on to another number at this point, though. I probably could. Suppose I will. I just realized that you only have to go through 0 to 9. Yeah. Fortunately. Fortunately. Oh my god, I wouldn't have to... If I had to redo the entire font? Jeez. Jeez. I think my art block is gone. I need to draw. Draw. Draw for life. Wahahaha. True. I think I'm going insane. You know, that happens. It happens. We're going to do -6. Gotta go over here. Do -6. I gotta remember to rescale. Right? Yes. Of course. I guess I'll still try and stylize it a little bit. Might as well. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. No. Oh man. Have you added a hyphen? I think no, wait. No, I haven't. Oh my god, Arctic. You've pointed out something important. Did I just ask what is a hyphen? I'm crying. It took me a second to remember what a hyphen was. To be honest with you. So all these letters and numbers and words we have to remember. It's dumb. We should abolish words. Hyphens, that's okay. Actually true though, Arctic. Wait, you're cooking. And dashes, yeah. Blocks. And dashes too. Indeed. Wait, I already read that. It just popped up in YouTube chat again. Or the thing, the overlay. Alright, I'm just gonna do something kind of temporary here. Does it have a hyphen? Does. It's a very simple shape. Okay, wait, I need to lay off because I've low-key been born with hyphens. Because my parents hyphenated their last name, so I got a long-ass name. Long name. That's good enough. Yeah, here, I'll add a little more detail. Hold on. Stylize it a little bit. Oh, you know what? That might be too bold. Yeah, I think we'll make it 3 all. Then we can do this technique again. The technique. I'm going to spend 5 hours working on this line. Alright. It should be good. Okay, the number 3, this is proving to be... definitely a challenging letter. Or number. Character. But, honestly, they can only be so difficult. We're not making insanely complex shapes. It seems like the workflow is sort of becoming, do like a really rough block out of the shape we want, and then we refine it to look more like whatever looks best with like different alterations. Like I'll just vibe it out until it looks good. And that seems to be working pretty well. Like for the two, seems to have worked. I think that needs to come down farther. Yes, indeed, indeed. Or maybe this needs to come out less far. You know? You know what? I kind of like the width. I kind of like the width of this character. I feel like it sort of serves the style we have going on. Want to know why dinos went extinct? I think I have a pretty good idea, but if you would like to tell me, then feel free. Glad we catch that. Yeah, that's good. It was a good call, Arctic. Because it got a little too big back and turned them all into dino nuggies. Unfortunate. So sad. Bring the dinosaurs back. Yeah, we definitely have to refine this some more. For sure. Oh, damn it. No. Oh, God. I guess we'll... Not giving me many options here. I guess that's fine. That would mean I'm over 1 billion years old. Perhaps, Dino, perhaps it would mean that. Seems to add up, I think. Assuming that's how long ago the dinosaurs existed. The main ones, there were like different kinds. Different Roblox groups of dinosaurs. Wait, 1 billion years old, as in turned to dust, as in cosmic dust, as in universe dust, as in dust. Dust, universe. Find your live stream, drink mushroom coffee, and eating Reese's. True. That is such a dino thing to do. Drinking the mushroom coffee and eating Reese's. I still haven't tried the mushroom coffee I have. I gotta get on it. Okay, now this is becoming, like, inconsistent. Yeah, this is... The width. The width is inconsistent. Also, the numbers do just look kind of off. Still have it to this day, and it was like a tiny pack. Ah. The lore. Okay, it's time for everyone's favorite number, 4. Can anyone guess what my favorite number is? It's not 4. Maybe I've said it before. Maybe someone will remember. All right, if you can, the 3 needs to be slimmer. Or, you know what? I think I would like the numbers to adhere to the art style better. So I might actually try to make the 2 less slim. But it would be more readable. So maybe, okay, maybe I will just do that. Okay. I think we can probably have the best of both worlds in that regard. Got the 4. Trying to see what's going on here. There's like another way. We can also do 4, like, like this, right? I don't know if that would work as well, though, on a serif font. Goes against the rules. Fortunately, this number is a bit easier to make. But yeah, I mean, our pixel resolution here is kind of making things more difficult for us, admittedly. Do I want to do it like that? No. I'm honestly just going to keep adding pixels until this looks, like, fine. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll do something like that. This lime key sparkling water tastes like lime juice. Sounds pleasant. Okay, I think I should change the slope on this. Yeah. Indeed. Hold on. Gonna go like that. What the hell is happening? You see, now it's gonna be like way less wide. So I'd have to do like the altering thing where I like go back and forth between a slip of one and a slip of two. Just realized how dumb that is to say. Well, it's exceptionally true to say, Dino. It's a true thing to say. I mean, I believe you. I say obvious things all the time. I feel like okay, grandstanding time. Here we go. I feel like if someone says something really obvious and you say, "That's so obvious. Well, how could you say that thing? That's super obvious to say." I feel like that. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Like, you failed the skill check. You failed the empathy skill check. It's a lack of self awareness. There's no utility in saying that. Like, if you already understood what they were saying, like, it's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. If we're lying, why aren't my pants on fire? Case clear. Exactly. Exactly. True. Gotta use the common sense. Okay? You see, now it's like way too thin. Damn it. No. Oh my god. Exactly. Precisely, Dino. Or it's not, no, it's not thick enough. Wait, it's pretty bold. I'll say that, but you know what? I kind of don't mind this. And I don't want to spend a billion squidgillion years on it, so I think we're just going to move on. Unless there's some other stylizations I can do, which, you know, nothing major I can see here. I'm going to extend this a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's probably fine. Maybe I'll go back to it at some point. Okay, the 5. Kind of don't want to mess the 5 up. The 5 is, like, such a nice number, I think. Every angle needs an edge. It's true, I would say. You're trying to visually represent an angle or an edge or yes. Okay, this one we might be able to get a little bit more accurate to my reference image. Not that it has to be done completely like the reference image, but really what I'm looking for within that is like a standardization for how serif letters and numbers are made. Don't mess this up. Okay. Yes. Wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think it's too wide. Damn it. Damn it. Dino said he was eating his water bottle. I'm concerned. I mean, don't actually eat it, but I'm sure Dino isn't actually eating the water bottle. So like yummy letters, can I just nom? Exactly. You know, sometimes you have to just like maybe you're in the school or something and there's like a pencil and you don't know, you don't realize what you're doing, you start chewing the pencil. I've seen people do that. I can't say I was like a massive pencil chewer in school, but water bottles I've been known to like experiment from time to time. I mean, you know, these are aspects of the human experience, I feel. Chewed pencils, yeah, I mean, a lot of people chew pencils, which is interesting. I wonder why it seems to be like something that a lot of people do, or it seems like to be kind of a running theme again within like human behavior, like chewing on random things in different situations. Eating the wrapper off the water bottle. Oh god. Dino can tank it. Dino knows what he's doing. Okay, there's a plan here. Okay, I think we're approaching something that is usable. I mean, these look fine. Yeah. Might want to move this part down a little bit, but looks fine. I'm happy with that. Do I want to adjust this at all? No. Pants catch fire. Well, Dino, the evidence would suggest that you are lying. That's okay, let me tell you about Pesticide Boy. Who is Pesticide Boy? Is this a new emerging intellectual property superhero? Pesticide Boy? Pesticide Boy is my cousin. What? The lore. The lore never ends. Okay, I'm just completely like freehanding this now. Oh my god. He eats random things that grow in the yard. Well, you know, I mean, I'm assuming some things that grow in your yard could be considered edible, right? You can grow things in your yard. He ate a plant that looked like celery. It wasn't. Oh, that's unfortunate. Celery, you know what? Celery is a really good vegetable. Like just as like a sensory experience. Like there's something about the taste of celery. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like almost like this like yeah, I mean it's like almost like slightly acidic. I can't describe it. But it's like the predominant taste in celery. It's like there's nothing else that tastes like that. And I feel like I feel like I could consume celery because of, you know, that quality of celery. I feel like I could consume it in the same way I might consume like bubble gum or something, just for like the sensory experience, and also a little bit of the taste, but a lot of it is the sensory experience, more of like a recreational sort of thing. He hasn't eaten a plant that tastes like tomatoes. It was he has eaten a plant that tastes like tomato. It was very poisonous, but he somehow lived without getting sick. He's immune to pesticides. It sounds to me like what you're saying is that your cousin has actually just built up immunity to all poisons. He's a pesticide boy. I see. It would make sense. It adds up. Am I gonna go eat the mushrooms I find growing in my backyard now? Maybe. After hearing this story, maybe. No, don't do that. For anyone watching, do not eat random things in your backyard. Good immune system. Yeah, I mean that's OP. That is OP for sure. Anyway, I can stylize this. Oh my goodness. It's like the rest of the curve has to like flow into it somehow. And I think if we want to do that, okay, I should probably like redo part of this curve. This mushroom makes me smell colors. Be careful. Be careful with the mushroom consumption. Oh my goodness. That's probably fine. The mushrooms from Ark, like the game? Is that what you're referring to, Dino? I think of a shard of glass in my foot. That's not good. I stepped on it and it didn't come out, and I think my inside foot has adopted it, but I felt a sharp pain in my leg and foot just now. Should I be worried? No. Probably not. The odds that it's specifically that shard of glass, assuming it even went into your foot, it's relatively low. I had a similar experience with a splinter that went into my hand a long time ago, and I never got it out. Maybe one day it'll just like integrate. Maybe I'll start growing a tree in my body. I'll become like a tree ant or whatever the fantasy name is. The tree people. I'll become like one of them. Also, ad break's about to start, so I'll be back in 3 minutes. But yeah, the game Arc, that's a good game. And yes, I am inclined to agree with the sentiment because video game reference equals epic. Those are the rules. I think we could probably use this as our number. All right, the ad break is about to start, so I will be back. I'll be back in 3 minutes. If it's gonna go, that'd be nice. I would appreciate that. Is it gonna go? Let's see. Let's see what happens. Will I be Glass Girl? Perhaps, I mean, you can get the glass powers. That's a thing. That's a thing. I mean, tree person. I feel like there's more, connections you can make there, like in terms to pre-existing IPs. But glass person, that could be like, I mean, it's also probably been done before in some regards. So I think you have some stuff to work off there for sure. But I mean, pros and cons to being on each side of that predicament. So, all right, is this break gonna run? Oh my God, it's going. I'll be back in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We're back. A lot of things that enter your body get broken down in some way. That's true, actually. But also, I've heard stories of like if people get shot with like a bullet, sometimes it'll like go through their system and then like come out of their finger or something like 20 years later. I don't know. There's some science to that or something. You can chat GPT it, you can AI that, look that up. Where my ad break thing restarted, I have to rewatch the ad. What? Did you refresh? Also, Azura, I just shattered into a million pieces. Go to YouTube. There. That's my suggestion. Don't snipe me, Twitch, okay? There was a fluke in the system. Twitch is just gonna, I guess, snipe me, whatever that means. They have, they have snipers. They have snipers set up outside my window. Yes, YouTube. It's the real name, by the way. It's like me trying to bypass the Roblox chat filter. I'm employing the same techniques. Not for the same reasons, though. Of course. I would never. Alright, 7 is another easy number. I'll be real, this is going to be kind of a piece of cake. Kind of the easiest number, potentially. We'll see. Oh, we're going to have to do 8, 9. Oh, there's going to be annoying. There's going to be annoying numbers. Dinah's being big-backed and went and grabbed a sneaky snack. What does that mean, big-backed? What are you referring to? Is that like another way of calling someone like fat? Is that a new... there was like 7 iterations of that when I was growing up. Let me get a definition really quick. I appreciate that. Keep it. Okay, maybe I should do one in this direction. Feel like we need to balance out the profile here a little bit. Indeed, indeed. And then maybe we'll do one more in that direction. I looked it up and it said in British it means big. Not might want to say this on stream, but what? What? It sounds consistent, I suppose. Came back updated. No snack. What? Unfortunate. I'll do one of these. Shoot. Guess it kind of works. Can also be used to describe someone with a large upper body or someone who's bulging a lot of who the priest can be. Is this like a new Gen Alpha thing? A new... What are the kids saying these days? Whippersnappers. I gotta keep up. I'm 19, okay, but I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to that point where I'm gonna start slowly becoming like, okay, well, I guess I still have a couple more. I don't know. It's a weird, like, limbo phase, because after, like, 26, 27, then you're officially, like, you can still be cool and hip with it, but you're not, like, immersed in it directly. You're not, like, you're not a child or a kid at that point. Yeah, I'm becoming boomer. Okay, but between like 18 to 26, I don't know, like I could do either, you know? It's kind of like the ultimate. All right, what I'm trying to say here is skibbity, okay? I can do the skibbities, all right? I know all the skibbity toilet, chicken jockey. That's right. These are things I say all the time in casual conversation. Yeah, back in my day. Right. Don't use that brain rot. I'm crying, not skibbity. Yeah, I know. I've apparently skibbity is not in anymore, which it was gonna happen eventually. Had to happen eventually. No more skibbities. Yeah, I feel like chicken jockey is still applicable in certain situations. Yeah, what's the next thing? Come on, like someone's got to graph all of these different terms over time. We need like a timeline. Also, okay, we're gonna move this up. That's right. Like, okay, I guess we could go to there since that is like a significant elevation. I don't know. Maybe I should move it down. Maybe I should just go with whatever looks as good as possible for this specific digit, this specific character. Okay, 8. There's someone named Woke. I'm gonna check it out. All right, Dino. Okay, we're gonna do the simple thing here. I don't know if you can look at this right now, but this was Dino 2 seconds ago. Perhaps, perhaps. Shoot. No idea what I saw. What do you mean, Dino? There are a bunch of screens with protests. Must be the LA stuff. Because that's like the big one right now. Zer, if you want to send the picture, I can, like, if you want to send it as a link, I can look at it on my second monitor. And if it is acceptable for stream viewing, I can show it. Yeah, I didn't see the link. Oh, how am I gonna do this? Shoot. Could I flip it? Could I flip that? Would that look good? I don't know. Who made this number? Might have to switch to Twitch. Perhaps. YouTube? Okay, there's nothing I can do, YouTube. Okay, it's a fluke in the system. All right. There's nothing I can do. No, I'm much more afraid of like Twitch like smiting me than YouTube, to be honest. Going to queso. We are back. All right. Do it. What's up, Azuki? Welcome. Oh, are you Azura? Oh. Are you Azura? Here, 1 second. 1 second. Delay's so horrible. Okay, I'm watching. Me going to get snacks at 3 a.m. All right, I watched the video. So it's almost like they're inventing. Okay, I don't know where this term came from. Big back, but it's like almost like they're inventing new terms. PK. I needed a second to analyze. I was analyzing. I was doing the real time analysis of the big back phenomenon. Not phenomena. Not phenomena. Yes, of course. Doo doo da doo doo. Is that a reference to some element of the video? Or is it something else? Or is it just, for the sake? For doo-dah's sake? Because sometimes you just have to do that. It's true. It's the mana mana. Okay, I'm spending too much time on this number. Also, I think it should be a little bit wider. Yeah, I mean, I've learned something new. So thank you. Thank you for this new piece of knowledge. Damn it. Why? Maybe I'm just not locked in enough, perhaps? It's this thingy that you were singing. What's up, Dino? What's going on in Queso world? What's Queso doing? All right, I'm looking. Oh, this is the Muppet song. Yeah. I was singing that? Maybe I was, At some point, in some way. In some fashion or another. Okay, that's better. Moving on to 9. The last one. But how? How are we going to do this? We're going to use the circle. The circle of dreams. You know what? What? I'm staying on Twitch. What? Friendship ended with YouTube? Twitch is my new best friend. This is better than YouTube. There's definitely pros and cons to each platform. Okay, well, I don't want to be like, oh, they're both equally good. No. I feel like you could calculate which one is better overall through some sort of methodology. Through some sort of methodology. But I don't have enough. I haven't thought on that long enough, so I would just have to analyze the specific pros and cons of each platform. There, boom, reality acknowledged. And with that said, I would say that Twitch has a better I'm not even gonna acknowledge the pro of YouTube. I'm just gonna say Twitch is like a better viewing experience. Like you don't have to click that live button every time it desyncs. Um, and you generally have access to like more emotes and stuff. I think. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, I would kind of say the same thing. More access, perhaps. Doesn't feel like you're as likely to be spied on YouTube, I suppose. But that could just be like incorrect as well. So who knows? Again, it's possible to know. It's just I haven't thought about it enough. It's something to think about. Something to think about. Which one is better? Thank you for the Twitch follow, the converted follow. Although you do get ads on Twitch, that is. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Stop. Unfollow. No. You do get ads on Twitch. You might get ads on YouTube in certain situations, but I feel like they're at least less common. I don't know if I don't remember seeing any ads on YouTube lives. But Twitch does have like nice accessibility features. It seems like it's made more for streaming, I would say. And YouTube is better for like uploading videos in terms of like, you know, the general flow of things, in terms of the interface, I should say. But then everything else is like, it seems like YouTube might be better. I don't know. I don't know. By the way, Twitch, whenever I say YouTube is better, it actually means Twitch is better. And YouTube, whenever I say Twitch is better, I'm actually saying YouTube is better. You don't get ads on YouTube? Yeah. Yeah. John YouTube, John Twitch, totally watching this right now. All right. I support each of you equally. Something looks off here. I have an idea. I have plans. I have a strategy here. Oh no. Expand. We're going with this is fine. This is the plan now. It's time. Okay, maybe not. Hold on. Never mind. I take it back. We're gonna only move one. There we go. I think. Improvement? Maybe? Shoot. Oh my god. I don't know what direction I'm going with this. Hold on, I should probably try and make it symmetrical, right? Oh. Wise choice. I have the number wisdom. Numerical wisdom. I can solve any math problem in my mind in 3 milliseconds. True. It's true. Alright, well, that's an improvement. It's still not perfect. That's better. We can come back to it later if we have to. And you know what else? I might do a slight adjustment in there. Ooh. We're gonna go with that, actually. We're gonna try and make this work. Oh no. What have I done? Go back. Reverse. Only there was some keyboard shortcut to undo things that you've done. What are you doing? Ad breaks? I'll just like, it depends. If I need to get more water, I'll get more water. Sometimes I'll grab a snack. Sometimes I'll, you know, do a backflip. Think about what I'm going to do next, which is actually true. And it's kind of helpful to be able to do that. Okay, we've improved the look of the number. Whoa, does a backflip. Exactly. What is the opposite of a front flip? What I'm doing right now. Alright, I think we're ready. We're ready to re-export the font. Great back, just realized Queso is live, we'll be back though. Alright. Everyone loves Queso. One second. Oh my god, I was attacked by a rogue coughing spirit. A cough fairy. What's up, Dino? Well, nothing happened while you were gone. Welcome back. I'm over here too distracted to breathe. Yeah, I did. I choked on my water. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Very sad. Very sad moment. Alright, let's the font is done, so you know, worth it. Worth it. Yes. Now let me go to the font thing, which is the real name for it, by the way. Yowl's Pixel Font Converter. We're going to get our Scalemarch sans. We're going to import our settings. Our settings that we made. We'll add our numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And add our special characters, hyphen, space. Export the settings again. No, it forgot the directory. No. So sad. I'll add a tilde and a plus sign and an equal sign at some point, although it's not as necessary right now. Heard you were choking on water? I was. It was a brief moment of... It reminded me of my mortality for a second, but I instantaneously deflected any threat the water might have created for me. And now I've learned to live with the water. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Um. All right, can we do numbers now? Whoa. I kind of like that. New game. Whoa. That looks pretty good. Pretty readable too. 32 dragons and 48 dragons and 124 dragons, you know? Really? Wow. Quetzalcoatlus. What are the odds I spelled that right? Hold on. Wait. Quetzalcoatlus. Come on. Oh my. I put an E here. Damn it. It was one letter off. Quetzalcoatlus. That's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear the pronunciation. This is a Quetzalcoatlus reference. All right, well, our font is freaking ready. Get in there. All right, here we go. Please work. No. What? Why? What? Why are you doing this? Why are there two fonts? There. Okay. I guess I didn't select the thing. I don't know. He's the bug in your window? No, I'm the creepy old man. Azura is trying to help you. But no, you insist. You insist on making things difficult. No, I mean, you know. You're the Dino Nugget. Exactly. There you go. You know? Although, you know, I've been at times myself inclined to the expression I'm in your walls. I've stated that at times, you know. There's a time and place for that. I feel like it's a generally reasonable thing to say. For sure, for sure. Um all right, do we have numbers now? That should be all we have to do. Run the freaking project right now. I live in your walls and I can prove it. How? I'm the raccoon stealing your trash. You guys are like this is like a tower defense game. You guys are attacking my house. Right now you are live streaming. Oh, look at that. It's got our custom font now. Can I get XP? Oh, we don't have any enemies yet. Well. Well. See, I'm in your walls. Oh, you know, good point. I can prove I'm in your walls. You want to know why? I'm in your walls. What the hell is happening to the dragon? This is so sad. We did it. We got this console now. Good. I'm having a showdown with a chunkier raccoon. Help me. What you got to do is you got to use raccoon martial arts. Give yourself the upper hand in the situation. Got to use raccoon gun. Got to use the raccoon gun on the other raccoon. There you go. Solution has been acquired. All right, well, we did it. I want to see this number increment, though. It'd be nice. Here. Our commands don't actually work yet. Is there anything that costs anything? Is there a thing that costs things? Raccoon sniff. That's true. That's true. That is a true GIF. That is a true moment. True GIF applicable in this situation. For sure. For sure. Is it speed? Oh, it even applies to our amounts. Check it out. I think it integrates into the, I had concerns, but it looks like it's integrating the art style already very well. Oh, the slash. We don't have a slash yet. Oh my god. Are you serious right now? Well, I mean, we gotta, maybe the next stream for getting this all ready tomorrow will be, because I don't think there's gonna be enough time for me to like fully create the Steam page and do all that. And there's, I have another stream tomorrow, so I might as well use that to polish it up some more. I think the next stream is going to be just reworking this upgrade menu, and then I should be ready. I should be pretty good, pretty well set up to do what I want to do with the Steam page. I'm fighting the sun. What do I do? I froze, so I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you saw it. You're fighting the sun? Become less reflective? I mean, wear, or become more reflective. Wear, like, bright clothing. You can use a mirror. Okay, deflect the sun. Hold it up to the sun. Deflect it. Alright? There's ways to fight light. It's true. Also, I'm probably about to... I mean, we did it. Okay, we won the game, guys. So I'm probably about to end stream, but before I do, I would like to... I have 3 viewers, okay, so I might be able to do a raid. Alright, but also part of me wants to play the guitar for a little bit. Okay, I'll play guitar, and if we get 1 more viewer, I will raid Small Block Boy again. That's what I'll do. Alright. 1 more viewer. No, I'll probably raid anyways, even if we don't have 1 more viewer, because it's you two. You guys are both in, so... Yeah, well, I mean... Is there, like, any written etiquette against raiding when you only have a certain amount of... like, viewers? Turns into mirror and reflects light at sun and explodes it. Whoops. Glass. Wait, hold on. Azura, you're the glass one. You're the glass girl superhero, right? So you can turn. That's what your glass ability does. There you go. You can refract the rays. You can reflect the rays. So it's all coming together, really. Incredible. It sounds much better with the... We got 4 viewers? No way. Oh, wait. It says 3 for me. Hold on. Is that true? Maybe it was just for a moment. Oh my god, we do have 4 viewers. Okay. If the new viewer just came in, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a raid. But before we do... Thank you everyone who stopped in. I'm going to do a sick riff in a second here. Thank you, Azuki. Wait, thank you, Azuki / Azura. Thank you, Dino. And I think there were some other people in here as well. Batman Robin, bad timing, I guess. Or, good timing, if you want to think of it that way. Either way, I appreciate you stopping in. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, I'm about to throw you guys over to someone else. If you would like to keep up more with the game, I should be streaming tomorrow. And you can I actually fixed my schedule so it reflects my new streaming times. I was just checking out fellow game devs. That's cool. That is an enjoyable activity. But yeah, I'm gonna think of something interesting to play, and then I'm gonna play it first try, no mistakes, and then I'm gonna move on to something else. Wait a minute. Okay, I think I can do that. Okay, all right. Getting out of my bubble in Lana's game dev cult. There you go. All right, here's the riff, I think. Hold on, wait, whoa, hold on, that was just practice. Hold on. Okay, there you go. There you go. If you don't know who Lana Lux is, you should definitely give her a check out sometime. Perhaps I will. I do have to check up on I gotta see what the other game dever streamers are doing for sure. Some inspiration. Collaborate, perhaps. But yeah, I'm gonna hear. So I'm enjoying the guitar stuff. The guitar is such a great addition. Makes things so much less boring. Also, I've started like not taking caffeine as much, and I feel like pretty good, in terms of energy level. So I feel like I've sort of ascended beyond the need for synthesis of nutrients. Thor is playing Dune, so his game is going to take another 25 years. Oh yeah, Pirate Software. I feel so bad for Pirate Software. Like, I don't agree with everything he says universally, but he's been such a victim of like internet mob mentality. It's like it's disheartening to see. Cause I mean, oh well, that's a whole. I could talk about that a lot. That's what happens when you get famous. It would seem that way, Seems that the risk increases of people dogpiling on you. Of course, cause and effect. There's still things you can do to try and mitigate it, but that is actually one of the reasons why I was hesitant to try and start growing my channel, but now I've really committed fully to it. So yeah, I'm actually trying to grow my channel now, but that is something I have to be cognizant of as I grow the channel. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but he'll persist through it, and I think it's a better community with him for sure. So I think he's a net positive. I mean, he doesn't deserve all the shit he's getting. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I just exist. Dinah's like eating the dinosaur nuggets right now. Okay, Dinah is vibing. You should definitely branch out and check other game devs. I got huge support from that. That's a good idea. I'll think about doing that for sure. Me too, Dinah. Me too. Yeah, Azura's just vibing out. Yeah, I'm gonna hear. So thank you everyone who stopped in. Thank you, that man Robin. Sorry you entered as I was entering stream, but hopefully you will enjoy watching who I'm about to raid, which is, you're not gonna believe it, the first time raiding this person ever in the history of my streaming career, Small Block Boy. I know, insane. You are flabbergasted right now. Be flabbergasted. But yeah, I should be live tomorrow. Thanks again, everyone. Sending you in 6 viewers. We got even more viewers. Crazy. All right, yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks again. Take care. And yeah, be cool. Send the good vibes. You know what to do. All right. Take care, everyone. See you later.